The feel of wood, the way it responds to my touch. This workshop is my sanctuary, filled with the scent of sawdust and the promise of creation. I've built a life here, a life with Betty.
Betty was Hank's sunshine, his laughter, his best friend. They'd met at a town fair, her laughter drawing him in like a moth to a flame. He was carving a small bird, and she'd been mesmerized.
I gave her the bird that day, and she promised to keep it forever. We've been inseparable ever since.
Their love story was etched into the very walls of the workshop. Hank had built their dining table, the bed they shared, the rocking chair where she sat reading his favorite stories aloud. Each piece held a memory, a shared smile, a whispered secret.
I believe in things that last, things made with your own two hands. The quiet strength of a well-built chair, the comforting weight of a hand-carved bowl, and love that deepens with time like the patina on my grandfather's tools.
Hank gazed at a picture frame in his workshop, his expression tinged with melancholy. The roar of an engine shattered the peace of their quiet evening. Hank and Betty were on the porch swing, sipping iced tea and watching the sunset. The noise grew louder, closer, until a gleaming green motorcycle rolled to a stop in front of their neighbor's house.
It was a Harley, a beautiful machine all chrome and power.
Betty's eyes followed it, wide with longing. Hank saw the desire flicker in their depths, a desire that mirrored the rumble of the engine. He knew that look. It was the same look she got when she saw a particularly stunning sunset or tasted a perfect slice of apple pie. But this was different.
This look came with a sigh, a wistful yearning that tugged at my heart.
Their neighbor, a young man named Mark, grinned and gave them a jaunty wave.
What do you think? Just got her.
Oh, she's beautiful. Congratulations.
Betty's smile was a little too bright, her voice a little too high as she congratulated him. Hank observed her with a worried expression. That night, Betty's usual chatter was replaced by a thoughtful silence. She kept replaying the image of the green motorcycle in her mind. Hank saw the longing in her eyes, a longing that gnawed at him.
I wanted to give her everything, to make all her dreams come true. But a Harley? That was beyond me. I'm a man of wood and nails, not engines and chrome.
An idea began to form in his mind, a crazy, impossible idea. He wouldn't be able to give her a real motorcycle, but maybe, just maybe, he could give her something else. He slipped out to his workshop that night, the familiar scent of sawdust a comfort.
I studied the wood, running my fingers over the grain. I closed my eyes and pictured the motorcycle, the curve of the handlebars, the shine of the gas tank.
He started working, driven by love and a touch of desperation. Days turned into weeks, the sound of his saw and hammer a constant rhythm. He poured all his love, all his skill into the project.
I was determined to create something special, something that would bring that sparkle back to Betty's eyes.
Hank sketched the motorcycle on a piece of paper, surrounded by woodworking tools. The day of Betty's birthday dawned bright and clear. Hank woke up early, his heart pounding with a mixture of excitement and dread. He'd hidden his creation in the barn, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal it. He just hoped she'd understand.
Close your eyes.
He led her to the barn, her hand tucked in his. She laughed, her eyes sparkling with anticipation. He pulled open the barn doors, the sunlight flooding the interior.
Open your eyes, my love.
She gasped. Standing in the middle of the barn was not a Harley, but a magnificent wooden sculpture. It was a motorcycle, crafted with exquisite detail. The wood gleamed, polished to a high shine. The handlebars curved invitingly. The seat looked surprisingly comfortable. Betty circled the wooden motorcycle, her fingers trailing over the smooth wood. She ran her hand over the carved leather seat, marveling at the intricate details. It was beautiful, a testament to Hank's love and craftsmanship. But it wasn't real. It wouldn't roar to life, wouldn't speed down the open road with the wind in her hair.
Hank, it's...
She began, her voice catching. He braced himself for disappointment, for the realization that he'd failed to truly understand her yearning.
It's incredible. You're incredible.
He took her hand, his heart overflowing with love.
It's not a Harley,
he said apologetically. She smiled, a slow, understanding smile.
No, it's not. But it's something much more. It's your heart, Hank.
That night, nestled in his arms, she confessed.
I was silly, wasn't I? Envying a motorcycle. It's just... I thought it would make me feel free, you know? Like I could just ride off and leave all my worries behind.
That night, nestled in his arms, she confessed.
I was silly, wasn't I? Envying a motorcycle. It's just... I thought it would make me feel free, you know? Like I could just ride off and leave all my worries behind.
Betty hugged Hank, both with emotional expressions.